Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. I am your host, Darren James, glad to be here with all of you guys here today. Subscribe and comment, hit the bell for notifications. That recording this was the 4th of August, which meant we had the Season 2 final for House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. And many people felt underwhelmed with that season final. Let me know your thoughts down below on what you thought of Season 2, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon overall. Share whatever you want to share, just be respectful obviously. But with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? House of the Dragon to end with Season 4, but Season 3 is to begin production in early 2025. It's finally been confirmed how many seasons HBO's House of the Dragon will run. I think some people speculated it will probably be around 4 or 5 seasons to begin with. Hats off to you for predicting that correctly. During a press conference on Monday discussing the Season 2 final of House of the Dragon, the showrunner and co-creator Ryan Condal revealed that the Game of Thrones prequel will include 2 more seasons. I'm very curious to know what you guys thought of Season 2 in terms of the ending, but also the season overall as well. I know some people were very mixed on Season 2, some felt it lost a step compared to Season 1, and they felt the final for Season 2 was not as strong as, say, the ending for Season 1. I personally, I'm not the biggest Game of Thrones fan. I've said that many times whenever I've done an episode on Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. I'm not the biggest fan of that content, but I really enjoyed Season 1 of House of the Dragon, more than I thought I would have as well. And Season 2, it was okay. You know, it was a lot of slow burns in that season, which I felt was probably done deliberately, because there's a lot of things they're trying to set up, you know, character development, story development. But in terms of the final for Season 2, I liked it. I really did. Towards the end with Alicent and Rhaenyra, I thought that was really interesting, because I love seeing those two on screen together. They have such good chemistry. And there's always a part of me, like, I don't want these two to be enemies or anything like that. Like, I want them to be friends, because we know how much they were like sisters in the beginning of Season 1 before everything went down. I was like, man, I wish these guys could just get back to how they were originally, but obviously so much has changed within that time span to the point where they can't get back to how they once were. But nonetheless, I really did enjoy the Season 2 finale. Even though I would have liked to actually see the war take place, because I feel like, you know, we've been building towards that this whole season. Now we have to wait 2 years for it to actually begin. It was kind of a letdown in that way, but what say you nonetheless? Condal also confirmed that the 3rd season is currently being written. They will be doing prep for it in the fall, with a plan to go into production in early-ish 2025. When asked whether Season 3 will also be 8 episodes as its 2nd season was, Condal said, "I haven't had any discussions with HBO about it. I would just anticipate the cadence of the show from a dramatic storytelling perspective will continue to be the same from Season 2 on. Please, for the love of God, don't be 8 episodes. I really missed a 10 episode layout for the show. I think that would have been better. Like, for the most part, any other TV show with just 8 episodes, I'm like, okay, sure, why not? As long as there's like good length episodes as well, like 40 minutes or whatever, I'm fine with it, you know. But 8 episodes in the Game of Thrones universe just doesn't seem right, you know what I mean? It feels like it's almost cheating in some ways. Ice and Fire author George R.R. Martin, who is co-creator on the House of Dragon, has previously stated on his personal blog that he believes it would take 4 seasons of 10 episodes each to tell the show's Dance of the Dragon story from his Fire and Blood book. But until now, HBO has not confirmed how many seasons House of the Dragon would be. HBO's adaptation of Martin's Game of Thrones, based on his still not concluded A Song of Ice and Fire series, ran for 8 seasons from 2011 to 2019. Currently, the Premium Cable channel is in production on another Game of Thrones prequel, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is based on Martin's tale and Egg, and takes place 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones. Elsewhere during the Monday presser, Kondo addressed why the Season 2 final, which aired on the 4th of August, didn't include the Battle of Gullet, and an iconic story beat from Fire and Blood, Nicky's logical next point in the House of Dragon plot. So he says, we were trying to give the Gullet, which is arguably the most anticipated, well, I would say maybe the most second anticipated action event of Fire and Blood, trying to give it the time and space that it deserves, Kondo said. Obviously, as anybody that's seen the final, we are building to that event. That event will happen shortly in terms of the storytelling of House of Dragon, or House of the Dragon. I always call it House of Dragon for some reason, even though it's called House of the Dragon. So what we know now, it should be the biggest thing to date that we pulled off, Kondo said. And we just wanted to have the time, the space to do that at a level that is going to excite and satisfy the fans in any way it deserves. The team also wanted to build some anticipation toward it further, detailing why Season 2 didn't end with the Battle of Gullet. I know everybody wants this to come out next summer, Kondo said. It's just that the show is so complex that we're really making multiple feature films every season. And it really does feel like that. Like, the show is so big in terms of the production of the show. Like, it's so impressive. Every little detail of the show. Even from like set design and whatnot. Like, I watched the behind the scenes of HBO, House of the Dragon on YouTube. And it's fascinating how much work and detail and prep goes into these shows. Even from the production side of things as well. It's just amazing. So I apologise for the wait, but I will just say, if rocks, rest and the wind snowing are any indication, we're going to pull off a hell of a win with the Battle of Gullet in the future. Kondo also teased why Otto Hightower Rhys Ifrans, for the Welsh actor, former the hand of the King and Alan's father, was seen briefly among the Season 2's finals last images, seemingly imprisoned. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, is that Otto Hightower in what seems like a prison? Like, what the hell happened to him? Last time we seen him, he was basically relieved of his duties in some ways, in terms of being the hand to the king, which would have been Aegon at the time, his grandson. A little bit of House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. And we were teased with him here and there, like, you know, Alison had been writing to him, but he hadn't been writing back for some weird reason. And we were apparently expected to see him return at some point in the season. But then we find out he's actually in prison. So like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? Like, what the hell happened to him? So that's one thing I'm looking forward to being explained in Season 3 as well. Is a departure from Fire and Blood. Kondo deflected on giving specifics on what that glimpse of the character meant, saying those answers will have to wait until Season 3. Just say the Otto Hightower tale I thought you had come to an end. I sure as hell hope not, because I actually like his character. I think for the most part he's one talking sense in terms of the council, or when he was on the council, in terms of Team Green in the House of the Dragon show. I completely understand some people's feelings towards the final of Season 2. They are probably a bit underwhelmed, and they were probably wanted/expected a lot more action within that show. I was hoping for a little more action, especially with the war, because I hope within that sequence. But unfortunately, we have to wait till Season 3. It does suck, but I remember watching the episode, I was like, how long is actually left of this episode? So when I put it on the TV menu, it was like 17 minutes left of the episode. Like, surely they're not going to do the battle now. No time to spend on this battle sequence that they're going to be doing. So I kind of figured right there and there, okay, so we're probably going to have to wait till Season 3 for this war sequence to actually happen. So it was a bit of a bummer, but, you know, such is life. My biggest hope is that they just have 10 episodes for Season 3. They probably won't. They're probably going to stick with 8 episodes, which really sucks. It's really disappointing. But hopefully it won't be a distraction. I didn't really think of it as a distraction in terms of this season, but not necessary to have 10 episodes. I can't remember what the reason was for them not having 10 episodes in this season, but, you know, I'm sure they have a valid reason. A valid reason of some sort. Or maybe I'm just being greedy, I don't know. That's the episode here today, guys. Please let me know your feelings down below. What did you think of Season 2 overall? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you have mixed feelings on the season? How do you compare it to season 1? What are some of your biggest takes you most look forward to in terms of season 3? Do you hope there will be 10 episodes for season 3 and maybe season 4? Or do you think HBO is going to stick with 8 episodes? And either way, let me know your feelings down below. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.